Vou te mostrar uma coisa agora.
Considering the fact that it's not conventionally looked upon as a career path in India, what would be your words of advice to any aspiring comic book writers or artists?
Well, that's simple. Be as good as you possibly can be at what you want to do, and keep trying at the same time. But the important thing is to always keep improving yourself. And lots of artists that I meet, lots of artists that I see trying to get work, they're not at the point where they can get work because they're not trying hard enough to be as good as they should be. And what they end up doing is just finding themselves getting rejection all the time. And that will kill you. So you always have to be striving. And just to sort of talk a little about myself in that context, when I tried to get into the newspaper strip industry or do strips, I wasn't good enough. And I had to stand back and realise that. And so for 4 years I did 2 part-time jobs, 3 days a week. And for the rest of the time I just improved. I tried and I worked to become better. And eventually I did reach a stage where I could really get a job, and then I hope my career began. You have to be very self-critical, keep trying, keep working to be as good as you can at what you want to do, and there's no easy answers other than that, really.
David, that's all the questions I have for you, but I'm sure there are a lot of people out here that want to ask you.
A break from the Sandman series. Why return to the beginning?
Why did I go back to it? Well, it's funny. The story in Sandman Overture was part of Sandman for as long as I can remember. But it never fit in Sandman. It just didn't fit anywhere in those 75 issues. So when I was done, I would talk about it to my editor, and I'd say, you know, there is this other story sitting there. I call it Sandman Zero, and we have to do it one day. And the original plan was to do it for the 20th anniversary of Sandman. And then we, at the time, the people who ran DC Comics said we would love to do it and we will absolutely do it for the same rates and deal that you did when you signed up to do Sandman age 26 in 1987. And I said, no, you have to at least do this in a way that makes me feel like I'm not being screwed painfully. Because, you know, I hate to point this out, but I'm now a New York Times best-selling author. I could take the time and write a novel, and it would, you know, it would be a #1 best-selling book, and that is time. And if you want me to put the same amount of time into Sandman Overture, you at least have to pay me enough so that I feel that even if, you know, even if I've been taken advantage of, you at least bought me dinner. And so at that time it didn't happen. And when the new people came in at DC, they came to me and they said, hey, Sandman's 25th anniversary is coming up. What would it take for you to do this project? And I said, well, you just have to pay me enough that we're not embarrassed. And they said, not a problem. And that was really where it started. And the other part of the deal was I wanted an amazing artist. And they got me J.H. Williams III, after J.H. Williams 1 and 2 were eaten by goats. And he's amazing, he's wonderful. He is not the fastest artist in the world, but I don't care.